then. All right. All right, guys. So exciting class today. We're going to go through a bunch of really fun stuff. I'm going to show you a bunch of information that's going to help you scale your business. If you're not aware, VYPER is a tool that helps people run giveaways, contests, referral and reward programs. So it's really built to help people scale and grow their business. It's really important to understand the entire funnel and the entire flow of what it takes to find people online, engage with them, and then convert them. So we're going to go through all of that today. You're going to learn a ton about not just how VYPER works, but also how you should be structuring your marketing campaigns. So let's dive in here. So first thing is we're going to be covering some growth challenges that people usually face and that we see a lot of the time with customers and clients. We're going to give you some examples. We're going to explain your marketing structure, go over top of the funnel and bottom of the funnel, what the difference is between those two, and why you need to be looking at your business this way, because you can't do just one or the other. You need to have both and they need to work together. How to go over scaling, how VYPER works into all of this, and some case studies, some examples and all that sort of stuff. I'll also take you through a successful campaign so that you can see behind the scenes of that. So the common challenges that people usually have is finding product market fit for their product, obviously in their right market. Not having an audience to sell to. Now, this is the biggest thing ever. If you have an audience, it becomes a lot easier to sell something because you already have engaged people waiting to buy something from you. So building an audience is one of the most important things you can do when you're running any online business, whether it's e-commerce, whether it's coaching courses, whether it's selling software. Anything that you are trying to sell online is 100 times easier if you have an audience to sell to. And a few other common challenges that we see is people not getting enough traffic, not having enough engagement, not doing enough remarketing. Now, this is an important one that I'm going to go through a little bit later as well, and also having lower conversion rates. So if these sound all familiar, you're in luck because we're going to go through a lot of this stuff today. And I'm going to hopefully help you solve all these challenges. So Audrey, thanks for this. Skincare, e-commerce, best way to use VYPER for giveaways to generate leads and followers. All right, Audrey, we're definitely going to go over that stuff. And there's a bunch of skincare companies that have used this before that I can share some experience on. So the first thing that you want to think about when you have your business is how do you go about communicating with that person? So the way that you want to picture this is someone who doesn't know anything about your brand is cold traffic. Someone who is ready to buy is hot traffic. Now, the way that you engage with these people and the way that you talk to these people and communicate with them is different compared to cold versus hot. Now, everybody uses the example of going on a date, first date, and then asking someone to marry you. You wouldn't do that. So in this scenario, we're going to have the cold traffic, and this is unaware. So in this scenario, we really want to be providing value. We want to be making it an easy opt-in. We want to give them some sort of value to get them to take interest or show some engagement in our brand. Now, a lot of the time in this example, it's going to be giveaways. And then a few other strategies that work really well are, viral videos is a great first touch point. Giveaways are great. Quizzes are great. Any way that you can get someone to engage with you the first time is what you would want to do in the cold traffic. You don't necessarily want to go out and try and sell your product to someone if they've never heard about your brand before. You need to nurture that person through this process. So this graph here, you can see the unaware people, you're telling stories and secrets, giving value. You're also providing benefits. And you're saying what the problem is that they might have. And then you're also pitching your solution. And then as you get into the hot traffic, which is usually remarketing, you're giving them some sort of higher incentive to make that commitment. So that's, discounts, deals, showing them pricing, showing them comparisons between you and competitors, all that sort of stuff. So there's a bunch of things that we can do in there that's going to help you engage with people. Now, when it comes to all of that, obviously that makes sense going through that hot to cold or cold to hot. And then when you are trying to engage with people, you usually have these 3 pillars that you're going to partake in your marketing. No matter what channel you're on, whether it's email, Facebook ads, Pinterest ads, organic Facebook, whatever it may be, you have these 3 pillars that you're going to constantly be optimizing to improve your marketing strategies. So the first pillar is ad copy and creative. It doesn't even have to be the ad, it could be organic as well. Make sure you are constantly testing headlines, you're constantly testing creative to find what people are clicking on. If people are clicking on that, then they're showing interest and you're engaging with them. Now, once you've got the high click-through rate, you're going to want to also look at your second point on the triangle, which is your targeting and traffic. Where are you getting your traffic from? Who are you targeting? Is the targeting of high quality? Is it aligned with the product that you're trying to sell? So this wraps into giveaways as well, because this will also include your reward / prize. Are you attracting the right people? I'm going to show you in the next slide a little bit more about that. And then the last corner on the triangle is the landing page experience. So once you've attracted someone with your post or your ad, it might be a blog post, it might be an email, it might be an ad, it might be an organic post. Once you've attracted that person, they've clicked through to your website, what's the experience? Are they seeing what they were expecting to see? Is your page load fast? Are you able to capture that person as a lead or a customer? Now, how does VYPER fit into these? So VYPER is going to help you with that cold traffic and getting them to make that commitment, because if you're offering something for free, you're offering a giveaway of some sort, you're going to have a really high click-through rate because it's engaging and it's going to have a lot of incentive for them to opt in, sign up and take notice, because they don't necessarily have to do too much and they get the chance to win something or they get the chance to unlock something. This is another reason why a lot of people give some sort of reward just to have people sign up, because then you're rewarding them straight away. And that's going to improve your click-through rates, and it's going to really improve the amount of people that you can get and attract in that cold audience section. The next is targeting. Make sure you're offering a specific reward that is going to fit your target audience. So think about who your target audience is, your perfect customer. Where do they hang out? What do they do? What products do they use? What do they like? What do they dislike? Come up with a prize that is going to attract the right people. So if you just give away a $100 Amazon gift card, you're going to attract absolutely everybody. You're going to have a huge amount of volume, but you're not necessarily going to be able to convert those people later on because they're not interested in your product or niche. So if you are selling dog products, make sure that you're attracting people who have pets or animals. So give away stuff that only people who have a dog would want, for example. So really think about who your customer is and then try and attract them with the right prize. Same thing with targeting. If you know where all of your target customers hang out, you can really use that to your advantage, because you can go to, say it's a Facebook group or a website, you can go to them and say, hey, we're running this giveaway, do you mind promoting it? They might do it for free, or they might ask you for some sort of compensation. But that way you can at least make sure that the audience that you're targeting matches the prize that you're offering and matches your ideal customer. It's really important to remember that. And the page experience, we obviously have VYPER built out to be super, super fast on the landing page. So you don't have to worry about that landing page experience. Just make your landing page super simple. And we'll go through an example of a landing page later on. So now, how does this all work with top and bottom of the funnel? So as I was saying, top of the funnel is the cold traffic. Bottom of the funnel is the hot traffic. So you want the top of the funnel to be really, really wide. So you want to attract as many people as possible that are of good enough quality. And then as they move down the funnel, you're going to be engaging with them, remarketing them, and slowly pushing them towards that purchase. So examples of things that you would offer at top of the funnel: contests and giveaways, referral programs, viral videos, quizzes, stories. Like stories work into viral videos. If you can give some sort of shock factor, some sort of industry stat, something that's going to be shared. Essentially, top of the funnel, you want something that's going to be shared a lot, because that will expand the top of your funnel a lot more. Bottom of the funnel, things like remarketing. So that would include like remarketing ads, email remarketing, messenger remarketing, all of those sort of things, so that once you have that first touch point, you're then able to communicate with them or follow up with them in some sort of way, whether it's email or ads or whatever. But the idea here is that you go from top of the funnel to bottom of the funnel, and it's cold traffic all the way down to hot traffic. You can't jump from top straight to the bottom. You can't just run an ad to cold traffic and ask them to convert and purchase. A lot of the time, you're going to maybe have a little bit of success, but it's not scalable. Now, bottom of the funnel, this is the one that you want to set up first, because you can't convert people that you bring in through the top of the funnel if you don't set up the bottom of the funnel. So the bottom of the funnel is all your remarketing campaigns. Set that up the first thing you do, because you want to make sure that you are remarketing any traffic that you're potentially bringing in. Because on average, I know something like 99% of your first-time visitors will not purchase something. You need to get them back to your website multiple times to get them to make a purchase. So it's really important to set this up first, and your highest ROI, or ROAS, which is return on ad spend, is going to be in the bottom of the funnel. Now, example campaigns that you should be setting up over ads and email are anybody who visits your website, remarket them 0 to 30 days, 30 to 90 days, 90 to 180 days, have abandoned carts, have past purchases, have dynamic product ads. Dynamic product ads mean that when someone visits a product page, you serve ads back to them that show the exact product. You can do that in Facebook and all sorts of stuff. Engagement campaigns. So not only do you want to remarket people who visit your website or purchase from you, but you also want to re-engage people who actually like a post, comment on your post, like your page, anything that they have shown interest in your brand. So make sure that you're doing remarketing based off people who engage with your Instagram and Facebook, also your Facebook Messenger. It's really important to do as much remarketing as possible. Even if you're spending only like, $1 or $2 a day, make sure you're setting up your remarketing. The other thing is setting up remarketing for your email. So make sure you're emailing people regularly. People do not email their list enough. So make sure that you are emailing people as soon as they join your list, and keep them engaged for, week after week, month after month. Okay, so I'm just going to skip through this a little bit so that we can get to some of the examples a little bit more. Top of the funnel, as we went over, this is great, and this is where VIPRE really comes in with the giveaways, because when you create giveaways, you offer a huge amount of value up front. There's a lot of sharing built in, so you have people referring others. They can refer leads, or they can refer purchases. You also have people completing bonus actions. So if you've been in VIPER, a bonus action is essentially when someone does an action and you reward them with some points. So examples of this are tagging friends in posts, sharing your social posts, engaging with your content, liking your pages, commenting on your YouTube videos. All these are different types of bonus actions which you can get people to engage in. And essentially you want them to share your brand with all their friends, families, and coworkers. So that way you can really expand one contest entrant to maybe 10, 20, 100, 200, 1,000 people. So it's really a viral effect at that point. So with a contest campaign, you're really going to be focusing on the different conversion goal. So with remarketing, you're focusing on the purchase. Remarketing, you're trying to get them to make a purchase. With a contest campaign or top of the funnel campaign, your goal is to get them to make a micro commitment. So that might be opt into an email list. It might be sign up to the giveaway. It might be opt into your Facebook Messenger. But you need to make sure that you separate your marketing strategies out into top of the funnel and bottom of the funnel. Top of the funnel, you want to have a smaller commitment as the goal. Bottom of the funnel, you want to have your purchase as the goal. So this is an example of a Facebook ad for a giveaway. Now, a few things that are working really well with this example is that they have called out giveaway front and center. They're showing the prizes. They're calling out who they're trying to attract. So gym junkies, the prize is very relevant to the person they want to attract. So if you don't like working out, if you don't like going to the gym, or you don't like lifting weights, this prize is probably not going to be attractive to you. If you do like lifting weights, this is going to be a very attractive prize. Now, the other thing that this brand did was that they created a video, and a video is a great way. So he would just walk through the gym showing the products that he was including in his giveaway. So you can do something similar if you just want to make a selfie video and announce your giveaway. It looks very organic. It looks great on Snapchat, Instagram stories, all that sort of stuff. And it looks very genuine. As you can see here, these giveaways get a lot of engagement. So this post here, 100 shares, 60 comments, 400 plus likes. So you can see how this post values way more, this post gives way more value to the person than, for example, hey, buy my gym equipment or buy my supplements, because this is a supplement company. This is another example of top of the funnel. So this is kind of I suppose, focusing on the product a little bit more. And you can see that it's focusing on the product and showing the benefits and features, and then it's asking them to go through and make that purchase. So that's an example of how you would do a more bottom of the funnel. I need to change that. This is actually bottom of the funnel, not top of the funnel. But another thing that I wanted to point out was that influencers are a really good way to do top of the funnel. So top of the funnel with influencers, meaning people are way more likely to believe or trust a recommendation from a friend or an influencer over a brand. People with brands do not necessarily, like people who see ads from brands do not necessarily trust it as much. So third-party validation is really important. That's why running a giveaway and getting influencers to promote it is a great strategy. Also, partnering up with influencers to promote your products is also a great strategy. Again, make sure you have all your remarketing set up before you do this. This is a little bit more about tracking, and it goes into attribution tools and stuff, so it's a little bit more complex. So we're going to jump into the VYPER campaign types, and I'll show you the back end of one in a second. So with VYPER, you have a bunch of options here. You can run the giveaways, the reward programs, and loyalty programs. So how I usually suggest people structure these is the giveaways are great for either attracting a huge amount of people quickly, also running like weekly or monthly giveaways. These are great for generating like leads, getting shares and followers and all that sort of stuff. It's very like broad in the way that it attracts a lot of people. Now, if you want to continually get loyal advocates and loyal customers and people creating content for you, sharing all your content consistently, engaging with your brand consistently, you're going to want to look at something like a loyalty or reward program, because that's evergreen. You set that up and you forget it, and people will continually funnel into this rewards program, and you'll have rewards that they unlock as they engage with your brand more, or as they purchase more, or as they refer more people. So you really want to look at it that way. So the giveaway is kind of like a one-off thing. It's really large and broad. It's going to attract a lot of people quickly, but it's not going to keep people engaged. You want to have the referral program and the rewards programs in there to make sure that you are continually engaging people, because as I said before, people don't usually convert the first time they come to your website. So you need to make sure that you're constantly re-engaging those people. Other things you can do is like a waiting list. If you have a product launch or a product release, we're seeing a lot of people do the waiting list option for Black Friday, Cyber Monday right now. It's a great way to get a huge amount of buzz about your deal that you're going to be releasing, or it might be a product, an event, an app. There's a bunch of different reasons why people would use the waiting list. And the leaderboard is also a very popular one when people are trying to create competition. So why VYPER? Just a few reasons why you'd want to use VYPER for your giveaway software. One thing that people don't understand and is very powerful is that you can use all three display types of VYPER at once. So you can set up your landing page, you can embed the form into blog posts, other people's websites, whatever you like. And you can also add the contest widget to any page on your site so that people don't even leave your website to enter the giveaway or rewards program. So make sure that you're trying all three of those display modes. Super easy website builder or page builder. I'll go through that in a second as well. The thank you page is a huge driver for growth because of those bonus actions. It's really important to focus on the share and getting people to introduce your brand to new people. So you really want to focus on getting others to introduce your brand, because as I mentioned before in that influencer example, people are much more likely to trust a friend, family, or coworker over a brand when they're recommended something. Okay, so building a landing page, what is involved in this? So there's a few things that you want to look at. Now, in this example to the right, you can see that scrolling. The main thing is, this is actually a skincare company, which is going to be very relevant to you, Audrey. So you want to keep it super simple and really show the benefit on what's in it for them above the fold. So make the heading something super basic and something that's obviously providing them value. So this is the anti-aging skincare giveaway, and you can see straight up what they're giving away, and they're asking them to join. And then this first thing after that is the prize pack. Show a nice image, show some validation, show all the amount of reviews you have, line item out all of the rewards, and then you can go into extra bonus rewards because you can have more than one reward per campaign. So you could do a grand prize as a random winner, you could do a first place winner, and then you could do some milestone rewards. So milestone is when someone collects some points and they will unlock more prizes as they collect more points. So a few things that go into this is, it's a visual builder. It's easy to point and shoot with whatever you want to write text, add images, add video. Use the countdown timers if you have an end date. There's also some FOMO and scarcity notifications. So there's a lot of easy things to do to this landing page to help that conversion rate. You can see in this example, they also have a little section down the bottom of how to win. Reminding people how to win and what the process is a great idea because it really outlays what's involved for the person. Okay, so building your thank you page. Now the thank you page is really important because this is where you're going to get the viral factor. So it has the built-in referral system. You can refer others with your own personal link throughout all your social channels. And this will work for referrals of leads and also referrals of sales. So if you connect your Shopify store, you can also track sales and reward sales referrals. For the bonus actions, you really want to incentivize the shares, the tagging friends, following your social channels. You can also reward sort of engagement. So people visiting your store, downloading stuff, claiming stuff, all sorts of things. The best part about bonus actions is that you have the option to use the templated ones, or you can use the custom bonus actions in there. Now your reward types is what I was talking to you about before, how you can use placements, milestones, redemptions, all that sort of stuff. I'll show you that in a second as well. And you can also add the leaderboard to your thank you page. Now let's just go through a few quick examples. So these are some past users of VYPER. And so you can see here a great way to build your Facebook group. So this was Scott's Cheap Flights. He creates essentially a huge community of people looking for flight deals, and he notifies them, and I think it's like, $5 a month or something, or $5 a year, something like that, and you get access to all of the flight deals that he finds. Now, this was really good because he aligned the prize with the types of people he wanted to attract. So if you're willing to win a trip to Ireland, for example, you're probably interested in travel and finding flight deals. So this is much better than just giving, for example, $1,000 credit to spend on a trip. If you offer the prize that's very closely aligned with your target audience, you're going to have a much better list to then convert later down the line. So Scott's Cheap Flights continually did these every month or so, and they would collect over 100,000 emails every time they did this. So they did extremely well from that. This was that gym giveaway that I showed you. Supplement company had a really good prize that was aligned with his target market again. His page was converting at 25%. So you can see the VYPER page there, converting at 25%. They did about 15,000 emails in 5 days. A lot of this was based off sending it to his email list. And then he also ran Facebook ads. And a lot of these people, something like, I think 20% or more, were all referrals. So you want to make sure that you are getting make sure that you're getting a lot of referrals, because that's people that you didn't necessarily have to pay to acquire. So the referral system is really important. Founder Magazine, so they're an entrepreneurs magazine. They used a giveaway to build up their, essentially build up their community. So you can see here, they were getting people to share their blog posts, follow their Instagram, read their content, share their content and their courses. They were doing a bunch of stuff. They did about 13,000 emails, I think in like 2 weeks or something. And they also were able to collect a huge amount of engagement on one of their top posts. So over 500 comments, which is by far their most commented blog post on that blog, and then over 232 shares on that individual blog post. So they were using the giveaways to stimulate more engagement, sharing, and growth with their blog. Andre, do you have this in your case studies? Some of these will be in the case studies. So if you go to the blog, you'll see that there's a case study section. So some of them will be covered, some of them won't. This was an example of a giveaway where they were giving away free product. So nothing gets people more excited than free product. So what these guys did, they were a vegan leather company, and that what they positioned with their giveaway was that they would sign up, you would opt into their SMS and their messenger bot, and all engage with all their Facebook stuff, and you would then collect points by doing all of this. And as you collect more and more points, you would unlock free products like bags and wallets and all that sort of stuff. These guys did about 20,000 emails in 15 days. And on Facebook, they were getting lead signups for under 10 cents. So you can see offering a product for free is a huge incentive. And an easy way to do that is choosing a really low value item on your store and making 100% off coupon code for that. And that way you can still fulfill your free orders through your Shopify store or WooCommerce or whatever you're using. So it's really important to have a really good prize, because that's going to attract and you're going to get much better results. Universal Music. So I'm not sure if anybody is outside of the e-commerce era on this webinar, but Universal Music used a lot of these giveaways to create awareness and buzz around their artist touring dates or artist touring events. So they would connect up with Spotify, and they would get people following their playlists, their podcasts, and whatever, also their artists. And so you can see here that you can really engage with a lot of different types of bonus actions that you can really incentivize anything you like online. The bonus actions are really important. Okay, the other thing here was they generated over 20,000 emails for, I think this was Shawn Mendes, and they also added an extra 10,000 Spotify listeners. Quick question from Andre. Is Boom Cosmetics? If not, are you allowed to share? Not sure what that question is. Boom Cosmetics ? Not sure. I'm not sure if that's a question to ask who it is or not. But yeah, skincare company. Definitely offer skincare packages. Definitely try and leverage social as much as possible. Definitely use social validation, because with skincare, you really need a lot of backers to prove or to encourage others to use the product. Because with a product like skincare or something like that, it really takes a lot of people recommending it to get people to start using it. So in any product where it's really referral or recommendation based, it's a great idea to use these giveaways to get people sharing and engaging with your content. Turn that content, for example, it might be a blog post, it might be a Facebook post that has a lot of engagement, turn that into an ad, and then target your specific audiences that you would like through that. So going back to this one, Instagram follower growth. So this was a alkaline water company, and they wanted to grow their social media account. So they partnered up with about 8 other partners and were able to collect 63,000 emails and 123,000 Instagram followers over about 2 to 3 weeks. So it's really a great idea to partner up with complementary brands and get everybody to help. Let me just have a quick drink here. Yeah, so what I was saying is partner up with a bunch of people. It will increase your prize value, and you can also use those partners to get them to email their list, get them to post to their social channels, and you can kind of cross-pollinate all of the people between those brands. So this one does have a case study, so go and check that one out. It's really interesting how everything went down, how they found their partners, how they engaged with them, all that sort of stuff. So check out that on the blog. This was an example of the store widget. So this was a bathing suit company. They were doing a weekly draw. So they would just give $100 off or $100 gift card every week. Now they could continually run this, super easy to set up, and it was very evergreen. It's a great way to engage all of your website traffic, and it converts at a much higher rate than a pop-up because you're obviously giving way more incentive. So you could give, for example, $10 off for signing up to the weekly draw, and then they have a chance of winning the weekly draw. So that's a huge incentive to get someone to sign up. And then once they sign up, they obviously want to refer their friends, complete all the bonus actions to get more points to increase their chance of winning that $100. This is the same sort of thing, monthly giveaway. This was hair oil, similar thing. Another partnership one, but just with one other brand. You don't have to use 8. You could just find one brand that you wanted to partner with and do that. Another pop-up example. So this was a subscription box, and what they did here was they offered 1 free box a month. So you could potentially win a free box if you signed up. They would also give you $5 off when you signed up. So it was replaced from the pop-up so that you could essentially get $5 off as well as enter the draw instead of just signing up to a pop-up. And again, once they signed up to the once they signed up to the widget for the giveaway, the monthly giveaway, they would have all of those options to refer others, complete all the bonus actions, and do all that stuff. So you had a lot more that people were doing as opposed to just entering their email and that was it. Trying to grow your follower, social following. Just wait 1 second. Sujan has a question. Are these slides, will they be available? If you email me at jack@viper.io, I can send you the slides. Follower growth. So giveaways are a great way to build your social following. It would take a really long time doing one-for-one, like paying for followers or organically growing followers. So giveaways are a really good way to build followers. Now you need to do something off the platform. So you cannot require people to like your page in order to enter. You cannot have it requires a purchase to enter. And it's best to have the giveaway hosted on something else, not necessarily the social platform. Because if it is on Facebook and you're running a post that says like our Facebook page, we'll draw a winner, Facebook can cancel that post and shut that down if they would like. If it is on something like a third-party platform like VYPER, they're not necessarily going to see that. So you're much better off doing it off a third-party platform as opposed to doing it on the network. But it's really up to you. Neither of them are necessarily illegal, but Facebook can make up their mind on whatever they want, whenever they want, essentially. This was a really good example of how this was used with a blog post. So this is Expert Vagabond. He is in the travel industry. He's a travel influencer, and he wanted to rank this article for a really high keyword. So what he did was he wrote the post about the best travel backpacks, and at the bottom, he was giving away the best travel backpack as a prize. So people would sign up to the giveaway to win the backpack in the blog post. And then in order to increase their chances of winning, they would have to share the blog post, comment on the blog post, tag their friends in posts about the blog post. So he would create a huge amount of engagement around this blog post, which would help generate traffic and links to help him rank his blog post higher and higher. So this is a really cool example of how he used a giveaway with a blog post to rank that really high for a very competitive keyword in his space. The other thing is when you create the giveaway using the embed form, you can choose the URL that you would like everybody to share. So when you go to refer a friend, instead of referring the VYPER landing page, he chose to have people referring the actual blog post. So when someone shared their special link, that link would actually be to the blog post, and the giveaway was obviously embedded in that blog post. So that was a great way to introduce his blog to a huge amount of people. Crypto, we have a bunch of crypto stuff, but I don't think anybody is in here. So let's now quickly jump into an example in the platform. So let me just go through some of these questions. Sujan, no problem, happy to send them. Andre, would love the slides, thank you. I will send those, just shoot me an email. Now, once you're in the platform, you're gonna wanna definitely either create a new campaign, so you can do that really easily and choose which campaign you want. There's a lot in here to choose from. Again, I would suggest if you're doing a one-off, you want to really use the giveaway. If you're wanting something a little bit more evergreen, you might want the referral program. If you're trying to like engage all your customers and create a really loyal following and a really loyal group of people, you probably want to use the loyalty program or the ambassador program. Same with user-generated content. User-generated content works really, really well for ads, for organic posts, and it is a great way to produce content as opposed to paying to produce it. So you can also use a kind of like a campaign, which is similar to a giveaway where you just reward people for creating content and sending it to you. Milestone contests, similar to the contest, pre-launch and leaderboard. So you have a bunch of options in here in how you want to engage with people, attract people, and then again, going back to what we went over in the start of this was make sure you have your remarketing set up, because these campaigns are all going to create a huge amount of traffic, awareness, and engagement, and you need to make sure that you have your remarketing set up to convert all these people. Now, I'm just going to go through a campaign quickly because I know we've only got about 10 more minutes, and show you a few tips on setting up your own campaign. So one, make sure your title is very straightforward and to the point. This is the brand, Topaz Labs, and they are doing the ultimate photo giveaway. So this is attracting photographers. Within this section here, they are showing exactly what is in it for the user. So they know exactly before they've even scrolled what's in it for them. Then you've got the easy call to action. You've got the countdown timer. This background could be a little bit better because it's their actual product. But for example, one of the prizes are a drone. So, you know, pictures of drones and that sort of stuff really in the background will make people understand what the prize is before they even have to read as well. Now, as soon as you scroll down to the page, you want to go straight into the prizes, what's in it for them, and section all of your prizes out. So the grand prize, this breaks down exactly what's included in the grand prize. You can add values to these as well. So if you want to really make people wow at how much you're giving away, you can add dollar amounts to this. If you don't have a high dollar amount and it's just a really high perceived value, you don't necessarily have to add that. But yeah, definitely go straight into the rewards. Use images, GIFs, and videos. Really allow people to see and understand what you're giving away. You can see that this is very clear of what someone's going to win. Use the line dividers per section. So that's the grand prize, all within one section, line divider, additional prizes. Now, I really suggest when you're setting up your campaigns to have a few different prize types. So one, have the random winner or first place. That could be the grand prizes. And then you really want to use the milestones. So the milestones rewards are really important because what you want to do is you want to make it so that anybody and everybody can win something, because that encourages people to partake and engage. So all they have to do is to collect 500 points to unlock some training, 2,000 points to unlock a discount, 5,000 points to unlock some free product. Now, this makes it so that everybody can win something. Anybody can win something. And so the huge thing here is that now whoever joins up, no matter when they join up, they're competing against themselves as well as everybody else. So someone might not be interested in winning the grand prize or might have no chance to win the grand prize because they might not be anywhere near first place. But as long as they refer a bunch of people and collect 5,000 points, they still get a free product. So make sure that you're using a combination of prizes to engage everybody because you're going to get much better results from that. Make the first prize relatively easy to achieve as well. Another like little hack that you can do is give a reward on the sign up. So this could be a discount, $1 or a percentage. This could be a buy one, get one free. This could be a free digital product. So it could be training. It could be access to something. Digital products are great because it's very scalable. The other thing is add some validation. So these guys have, looks like 2,500 5-star reviews on Trustpilot. So that's automatic credibility. And it says to everybody who doesn't know about the brand, these guys are a legit brand. You really want to make sure that you prove your legitimacy. And the easiest way to do that is through reviews and all that sort of thing. Testimonials, screenshots of social posts that have people loving your product, that sort of thing. Again, line divider, and then how it works. So people are very aware on how the campaign and contest is going to work. Sign up at the bottom. Now, when you're going through your design, you can navigate through all of these sections, or you can click on different things to edit them. You can go through there. GDPR terms, and then you can write your terms and conditions in here. VYPER also has a auto populate that you can use as well. So there's a bunch of stuff that you can do in there. You can add extra fields. You can do a bunch of stuff. So jump in there and design something that's on brand. Just remember those main fundamentals that I went through. Now, the thank you page is really important because this is where you're going to get all your viral factor. So setting up your awards is really easy. You can just add them and then choose your award type. So as we mentioned before, there's multiple reward types. So the other makes it very flexible for you to add whatever you like. And then you also have the option to do milestones, redemptions. Redemptions are like cash. So as they collect points, they can spend them like cash. So I'll give you an example. So here, once you have 3,000 points, you can just redeem this, and you can continually keep redeeming this as long as you've got 3,000 points. So there's a bunch of different types of rewards. The tier is also very interesting. A lot of people are using VIP tiers in the referral programs, loyalty and ambassador programs. So a great example of this is how airlines use tiered models. So you get, extra baggage, you get extra leg room, you get upgrades, whatever you want, based on what tier you're in. So using those tiers is really cool as well. But yeah, in this example, we're using the grand prize, chosen at random. You state what your prize is. You can give a little bit of description about what it is. Then you can add in your image. You can also add extra information about it. You don't have to add that if you don't want. And you can also edit whatever text there is. So all of it is editable, super easy, and you can choose the reward. Now, in terms of the bonus actions, you can rearrange them all here, see all of your bonus actions. But if you want to create a new one, you can use some of the templates, or you can do your own. So this really allows you to incentivize anything you would possibly imagine, whether it's a social action, an action on your website, action on your app, whatever it may be. You can incentivize it by just putting in the instructions, putting in where they need to go to complete that action, and you can set how many points you want to give them. I would highly suggest a few easy bonus actions. One, share as much as possible. Create a social post for your campaign on every channel, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, whatever, and then make your bonus actions around those posts. So get people sharing those posts, tagging friends on those posts, commenting on those posts. This will get so much more engagement and awareness around your campaign. So make sure that you do that. And it's very easy to then turn those posts into ads, and those ads will do very, very well because they have so much engagement on them. So that's pretty much through the thank you page. Now, just going to the referral section, you can reward people for referrals on signups. You can also reward people on purchase referrals. You just need to integrate it with your store, which is done on the launch step. Few other things here. You can add leaderboards. You can add countdown timers, video. You can add a video in here. You can do all sorts of things. Now, a really cool thing that you can do is you can add a thank you video on this page. It's really personal and creates an awesome touch. Andre, can you put the email in the chat? Yes, jack@viper.io. There you go. Coming back here. So yeah, everything on the thank you page is very straightforward. You can edit everything, change everything. You can change all these colors, all these outlines. It's very, very customizable so that you can match it with your brand. Under the settings, you want to go through all of this. You can integrate with directly. You can connect to anything with your ESP. Security settings, you have a bunch of stuff in here that you can edit, your confirmation emails, all that sort of stuff, your tracking, your advanced features, so it's adding like social proof and FOMO, all that sort of thing. There's a huge amount of settings that you can change in here if you'd like. The default settings are fine, but if you would like more customization, you can go in there and do that. Setting start dates, end dates, all this sort of stuff. Now, the main section I wanted to go over here was all the different display options. So you have the landing page, you have the embed form, you have the widget, and this is where you choose the landing page that's going to be used in the referral link. So when everybody signs up, they get their own referral link, and that referral link is going to send people to the VYPER landing page. by default. And if you want to choose a different page, so say you embed your giveaway on your blog post, you can get people to share the blog post page. Now, the next step is connecting it up to your e-commerce store. So you can use Shopify and connect it with the Shopify app, or you can use HTML if you're using something else. The other thing that you want to take note of is under here, there is a huge list of ways that you can promote your campaigns, and it'll give you a lot of ideas and a lot of action points to go through. And that's really going to help you create a much more successful campaign. And then the results from the result page. I highly suggest that you check out the VYPER blog, because we publish a lot of stuff on there for case studies, guides, and all that sort of thing. So this is a huge resource. The other thing is join the Facebook group. This one here, there is a lot of stuff that you can do in there. So let me drop these in here as well. I'll put those in the chat. Okay, Andre, can the referral be used for affiliates? Yes. You might have to play around with it a little bit. I'm not sure when you said how you would do affiliates, but yeah, you could probably figure out some way to use it with affiliates. Yes. Praveen, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Jack, can we add an action to follow Instagram page? Yes, you can incentivize to follow any page you want, really. There's a lot of options in there. But thank you so much, guys, for joining this webinar. Make sure you join the Facebook group if you have any follow-up questions. Make sure you check out the blog for any ideas and case studies, guides, all that sort of stuff. You can also email me at jack@viper.io for the slides, and I'd be more than happy to send those through. But thank you so much for joining the webinar. Are there any more questions before we wrap this up? I know we are kind of pushing up against that 50-minute mark, so I really wanted to make sure that we got through everything before I headed out. All right, good. Everything is done. Let me just check the Q&A section. Okay. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much, and appreciate you spending the time today with me. Hopefully that helped you a lot, not just on how to use VYPER, but also how to grow your business, how to structure your top and bottom of the funnel. Remember to set up your remarketing first and then your top of the funnel prospecting stuff. Top of the funnel needs to be something that's going to get that first touch point as cheap as possible, really leveraging shares and referrals. Bottom of the funnel is going to be conversion focused and trying to get people to purchase your product. Remarketing is focused on email remarketing, ad remarketing, and re-engaging people. So make sure you collect as many touch points as possible, and enjoy the rest of the month. And we'll talk to you guys soon. Hopefully see you in the group. All right, bye.